And the Kentucky coronation is complete. Champions 2012.
Y'all can still talk. We good. What's up, y'all? This is Kentucky Postgame Show. I'm your host, Mario Maitland. This is Malik Winfrey. This is Austin Fletcher, man. We're going to break down our first episode. We'll be, covering the Cats, during the basketball season this year. So it's going to be a lot to talk about. Highlights, analysis, and a great debates and discussions, man. You guys ready for it?
I'm ready. Let's kick it off,
man. Kentucky just got their first dub. It's an exhibition game versus Georgetown College. His final score was 69-92. Kentucky got the W. Had a little bit of a rocky start that first half. You guys get a chance to check that out?
Yeah, we did. I think that like you said, the rocky start at the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a big deal. I think people need to stop being so paranoid. I mean, we only got one starter.
First game.
Yeah.
First unofficial game, not even a real game.
We got people out. I mean, I thought we played great.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
He's a very, very generous guy. A lot of people, like he said, social media wise, they saw the 1 point lead, panic alert. Yeah. And people are wondering,
it ain't looking too good.
Yeah.
That's what they thought. Yep. It ain't looking too good, man. You guys want to break down some highlights?
Yeah, let's break down some highlights.
All right, let's do it. Rupp Arena was packed. Well, didn't look too packed for the first part of the game, but Kentucky versus Georgetown College. Georgetown College had a really good game. Oh, look at that. Nice little lob action, man. What do y'all think about that one?
Definitely a highlight play. This is kind of what got Georgetown going. They came out of the game, just confident, ready to shoot.
Lots of intensity, man. Lots of intensity. It's like Kentucky, Justin Edwards taking it to the rack. He had a pretty decent game. Started out a little bit slow, ended out with 9 points, went 3 for 10 from the field.
Yeah, he needs to get a little bit more involved with the offense. He's a great player.
He's a great player. Looks like he wasn't as comfortable. He looks like he's still trying to get comfortable out there, Georgetown College, what a take by a young fella right there. Kyron Jones had a pretty decent game, 15 points, 7 for 14 from the field. Trey Mitchell also had another big game. He's known for that three ball, that top of the key three ball.
We're gonna see another highlight of that for sure this game.
For sure. Rob Dillingham had a pretty big game as well. Antonio Reeves taking it to the rack. Nice little floater off the glass. He was a bit quiet in the first half, but like I said, it looks like they were just trying to get comfortable. Show me something. Show me something, young fella. I feel like he could have done something a little bit more entertaining than that. Maybe he was saving the legs. I don't know. He was probably saving the legs.
Right here, we watch again, just that, like we said, Georgetown just played so hard this game. They didn't care about
wanted it more.
Yeah, they didn't care about the ranking or anything like that. It's, like we said, kind of the reason this game at half went into a 1 point. Kentucky only had a 1 point lead.
What a pull up by Reed Shepherd, man. That guy just he makes it. He looks like he's been playing out there for years.
When we look at a lot of these drives, once again, we got to remember we're missing those big men, those 7-footers.
That's true.
Missing a lot of height down low.
A lot of offensive rebounds as well that Georgetown College ended up with because we didn't have those 7-footers in the paint.
Right here we're looking at again, just able to attack and drive. Not really hard contested from bigs.
Go to work. Uh-oh. Georgetown. Oh wow, what a floater by Jaquay Wales. He ended out the night with 11 points. 11 points, went 4 for 6 from the field.
Right
you can see right at the little buzzer beater floater action from the young fella. Is that top of the key three ball?
That's right, Metro top of the key. We're gonna see a lot of that in the season.
Yeah. Once he gets into his true position, because I know he's playing the 5 now, but he's gonna be deadly at that 4 spot.
I was gonna say he's playing like pointless basketball right now with like positionless.
Yeah,
so
for
like
sure.
he can really, this is really a team that you see that you haven't seen from Kentucky that's not one dimensional.
There's our guy, Mr. LA Fitness. Well, man, you give him the rock and he just makes something happen.
Yeah, let him be on the island. He feels just comfortable and free. He's gonna just do it. He feel like he does.
For sure, Rob Dillingham ended up with 16, 7 from 11 from the field, and poured in 5 assists as well for the Kentucky Wildcats.
Rob's like John Wall 2.0.
John Wall 2.0. Nice. Oh, what a
Crafty finish.
Crafty finish. He got some size on him. He's definitely put on some pounds. You can see it. Oh, okay. I like the intensity, man. I like the intensity. I like the intensity by Rob.
Right here, we could just see just the intensity of Kentucky just started to pick up in that second half. They kind of start to see more of them getting out and really running.
For sure. Kentucky was, I believe they were up by 1 at halftime, and, they kind of walked away with the lead in that second half. I guess Coach Cal had to say a few things in that locker room during the halftime break. There goes your man Dillingham. Once again, Mr. LA Fitness, we like to call him.
LA Fitness.
Beautiful pass by Shepard. Shepard had a pretty quiet game on the stat sheet, but like I say, he does all the right things. Ended out with 9 points. Had 2 assists as well. Shot 2 for 6 from the field.
Right, and we get to see the game come to a close, and just that lead that people were expecting for the first half, they was able to pick it up and just knock the rust off. Really get that first game vibes going to just playing against a different team, and just being able to just get comfortable and say that let's just play back.
Alrighty, Kentucky ended out 92-69 versus Georgetown College. Georgetown College definitely surprised a lot of people. What are y'all thoughts, man? What are y'all thinking about for this last recap?
For Kentucky fans, like I said, the fear was, well worth it, knowing that, Cal he's 48-1 in exhibition games. He's not really known for taking a loss in those games, but like we said, people want to see just that dominance. Like we said, it's a lot of hype, a lot of excitement for this team. So people want to see them come out and show them what we're looking for in the season, and not necessarily much of a close game at the first half.
I was gonna say this is a very hyped up team. I don't know if it's one of Cal's most hyped up team, but it's up there. You got a lot of expectations. Cal hasn't won in a while. I think that has a lot to do with it as well. That Kentucky fans want to see us, at least get to the Final Four and make something happen. Get number 9 championship banner.
Yeah, I agree with that. And, I think that the vibes are different this year. As you can see, we're not one-sided anymore. It just doesn't feel like we're one-dimensional. They put a lot of people like Trey Mitchell. We had, 5 7-footers out, and they put him in the big man position, and he played great. And so,
so that's small ball. Yeah.
Reed Shepard, like you said, didn't show up on the stat sheets, but, made some great passes.
Definitely.
Great passes. And
definitely
I think,
Coach Cal's got to find a way to keep that guy on the floor, Reed Shepard, because he definitely makes the right plays out there. You might not see it on the stat sheet, but when you're watching the game, you're like, you gotta have him in that game.
He's basketball smart.
Yeah. Basketball IQ is definitely high. What are some major improvements that Kentucky has to make? Obviously, it's the first game, exhibition game. Started out a little bit slow. First half, it looked like they weren't as comfortable, and then second half, they looked like they started to get a little bit more comfortable and started making some plays out there.
The first problem that I would address, but I feel like it's going to be addressed eventually, is offensive rebounds. They gave up a lot of offensive rebounds on the glass. Like I said, they're missing a lot of height down there, but they gave up a lot of offensive rebounds. But hopefully, when those 7-footers come in, we get those big guys down. They'll be able to secure more rebounds and prevent less offensive rebounds.
For sure.
Yeah. One thing that kind of scared me was, like I said, Edwards. He played great on offense, and I feel like he needs to get more involved in that. Yep. And so, in the past years, you'll see a couple stars just sit on the bench, and that's kind of scary to think about, because this team's full of stars, and we need everybody to play all the time.
This is Kentucky. You know, this is why you come here, is to compete. You know, nothing's gonna be given to you. You know, you're a 5-star prospect. You got to go out there and earn it.
Yeah.
Right?
So hopefully we don't hold anybody back. But you know, if we don't do that, I think that that'd be a negative if we do.
Yeah, for sure. I think what really stood out for me is Georgetown College. I think as an NAIA, they're very underrated. You can see that, they played hard, but there's some talent there. You know, even at the Division II, Division III levels, there's some talent around that area.
That's it. They definitely, had the right game plan. They attacked the basket. Like they were able to really drive, really get into those driving lanes, and they had a great game plan with, like you said, some pretty good talent.
Yeah. So for sure. Going into next game, do you guys have any hot takes before we let this one go? I guess what are some things that you guys want to get off your chest? Because I know I got one.
All right, start us off.
I'll start us off, man. My thing from watching this game, I gotta say, Rob Dillingham has to be on the floor as the primary point guard.
Facts.
He makes this team run, and that's not knocking DJ Wagner. We've seen Coach Cal with his 2-point guard lineup. I think with this team that it will definitely work with having Rob Dillingham being that primary guy. Be able to create offensively, get other guys involved, and then you have DJ Wagner at the 2. Get a guy who can attack, get downhill, take a little bit of pressure off of Rob. These two, I think that both of them got to be on the floor in order for us to be our best team.
I agree with that. I think Rob Dillingham, this is a little into the future, is going to be a top 5 draft pick.
Oh wow, that's a bold take.
And that's just me being serious. Everybody's saying that he's going to be in the second round. They're about to find out because he's on fire, and I don't think he's going to go anywhere anytime this season.
Okay.
On the consistency level.
Like I said, I would like to see after the Champions Classic, after the Kansas game, just really, what Coach Cal does with the rotation. Like we say, he has a lot of talent, a lot of pieces, a lot of people who have not touched the floor that he will have to incorporate. Yep. Aaron Bradshaw has not touched the floor as well as either, and that's all these different guys that we got to see really find a way to get into the rotation. Him also being just a guy who was in the ESPN 100 top 10 guy. You gotta figure out how to make all these guys fit and gel together and play the right minutes on the floor in the right roles.
For sure, that's definitely a challenge to have, man. Exhibition game. That's why we have it. That's why we have these games to figure out the rotations for the games like Kansas, for the games like Miami, and those big SEC play games. But yeah, it's just an exhibition game. I know a lot of fans are kind of, Kentucky should have been, blowing that team out by 40 or 50. They shouldn't have been up at 1.5. First college game for a lot of these freshmen, so they might come out a little nervous. These are human beings. Like let's remember that. But I'm excited to see what they're going to do against Kentucky State. Going up a level. This is not Georgetown College. This is Kentucky State. They're very cultured program as well that play good basketball. So it's going to be another good test. Before we go, what do you want to see headed into Kentucky State next game?
I don't know if it's happening. I'm ready to see the Croatian big. I'm ready.
Big Z, man, get him out. Get him out there, man. We need him.
Yep. I think Trey Mitchell, man, he reminds me a lot of PJ.
Oh yeah,
a lot of PJ. Yeah. I think he's PJ 2.0.
Yeah, so, PJ Washington.
Yeah,
that's a good comparison.
You can't keep giving everyone 2.0. They're gonna be offended.
We got John Wall 2.0 on this team and PJ Washington 2.0 on this team.
Man, when we get back next week, we'll break down Kentucky State versus Kentucky. They're playing at Rupp Arena at 7 o'clock this Thursday. Y'all check it out, and then we're gonna have that post game. We're gonna have another post game show breaking down the highlights, analysis, all that. Make sure you give us a follow on all our social media accounts. This is Malik Winfrey, Austin Fletcher, Mario Maitland. We'll be back again next week, so stay tuned.